funny you bring that up too. Like, that's actually a good thing you bring up. Well, not the fucking browser history thing, but like, well, first off, you guys are gonna get to the point where you have porn stars younger than you. It's like, what the fuck? Damn, that's when you know you're really old. But no, but no, like, your grandkids and like your kids are gonna look back, like, assuming YouTube is still around at the time. Well, I mean, it'll probably be the same way how like we can still look back on like MySpace and like that can like be vindicated or whatever. But like, people can use like vlogs and like these like playthroughs and just like any YouTube video and just kind of use it as like, you know, like a window into like your, like, you know, their hypothetical grandparents' lives, you know, like how like it's just like the next form of like photos where it's like, you know, we look back on them and like, you know, oh, this, you know, like, you know, that's how they were back in the day, but like, you know, this is kind of like, I don't know, it's gonna be really interesting for sure, just because just things have become such like a medium. I also really love those videos where like, you know, you have the people who take pictures of themselves like every day or just do like a time-lapse thing. There was like a really good one where it was like from like 10 years old all the way until he like was married and just like, I don't know, just take as many pictures, y'all. So, going on. This is like, what, chapter 6 then? Who is at the fucking entrance hall? I always thought of this like X-Men, actually. The symbol always reminded me of X-Men, but anyway. First floor, a main hall. Okay, so Mukuro is just on the run constantly, damn. Is fucking... Damn, so like, Sakura's just fucking barreling towards her. I'm going to get you. Mondo just gets on his bike. Rum, 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 rum. Fucking... What the fuck? Oh my god. Celeste climbs on top of Yamada. Mush, you stupid pig. Chase after her, go. Oh, whatever you say. All women are queens. And stuff like that. It's the ultimate chase of ultimate destiny. Mukuro continued moving forward and was fortunate enough to not encounter Sakura or Mondo. With no interference from anyone, she made her way to a hall as large as the gym and stood before the sealed main entrance. Suddenly, Monokuma popped out from the shadows to block her path. Within this hall that resembled a nuclear vessels shelter, replete, that's a new word, with all manner of heavy weaponry. Just call her Heavy Weapons Girl. Monokuma's silhouette was conspicuously out of place here. Thank you. I try. This is basically, again, like bedtime story with Kevin Go. We're gonna do this again with like, basically like any visual novels kind of like this. Also like when we do the Hagakure one, because Haga fucking Kure is the one who gets his own side story first, right? With Leon Kuwata's cousin. So, okay. His laughter rang throughout the room as he wiggled his body from side to side. What do you mean it's fucking hula girl Monokuma? He's just fucking, oh man. How Monokuma's hips don't lie. Poo-hoo-hoo! What were you doing at the nurse's office? Did you eliminate your rival for Makoto's affections? Oh boy. Or did you help play matchmaker instead? Oh man, who does Monokuma ship? Goddamn. Will you work your way into his heart? Either way. Either way, don't you think it's kind of adorable to put Makoto and Kyoko in this kind of situation together? If this were a suspense film, those two would be the last couple standing. But if this was a horror film, they just die anyway! Good thing we don't have any ultimate farmers. The killer was alive all along! Splat! Goes the blood! We got the splat ending! You don't want to see the squirt ending! Ooh, boy! Plop goes the meat! That's the Teru ending where he makes a cameo. I'm a fan. How'd the ultimate sex offender get in here? I'm a huge fan of endings where the characters think they're gonna live, but they're really headed to a final death-tination! Wait, what the hell is a tenation? What, intonation? What does that even mean? Oh man, he's referencing the Final Destination movies. Fucking, if you think fucking Danganronpa is ridiculous, goddamn, just only watch like 1 and 2 basically. Despite Monokuma's angry complaints, they're better with editing any sound effects. No, really though. Monokuma remained unperturbed. She continued to stare icy daggers at Monokuma, as if she were waiting for him to finish speaking. Before I keep going, oh man, it's just so, like, the writing sometimes in games and just, like, things, it's like, it feels like, I mean, I don't know if this is, like, an unpopular opinion or if, like, anyone else feels the same way, but it seems like, I mean, you have the people out there who try to make themselves sound smarter by, like, using giant words, and oftentimes, like, just bigger, very, like, pretentious, ostentatious, like, kind of like what I'm doing now, just, like, you know, just superfluous words like that, like, overly wordy words, were, like, the same, like, just to make themselves sound smarter, they'll, like, you know, take, like, a simple passage, just, like, you know, fucking spread it out, like, you know, with just, like, these bigger words, just, like, that's, like, baby's first way of, like, you know, making yourself sound smarter, or just, like, I mean, really, it's just to make yourself sound smarter, like, really, like, if you are intelligent, or, like, you know, if you are smart, you don't have to prove it, and, like, you just have to, like, I mean, simpler is generally better, too, you know, like, why, like, you know, like, if it's simple, you bring it to, like, a wider audience, and just, like, you know, that will make it so, you know, like, more people understand your message, which, like, you know, that's the point of, like, what you want to get across, right? Not just, like, show off, look at how big my vocabulary is, it's way bigger than my pee-pee, like, that kind of thing. So it's like, I don't know, I used to be guilty of that back in the day, and, I mean, I still am, just to an extent. I mean, it just, I guess it is kind of like a part of my vernacular, and just who I am, goddammit, but, like, yeah, no, like, really, if you want to sound smart, don't really just keep, like, you know, big words to a minimum, or at least know what you're fucking talking about, you know? Like, don't use words in the wrong context kind of thing. But anyway, random asides today. I don't know why we're doing that. Splat goes the blood, plop goes the meat, and churn goes the butter. Good stuff, yeah.
Poo-hoo-hoo. Well, anyway, I'm just so sad right now. A regulation-breaking delinquent is disrupting the harmony of this peaceful academy.
Oh, all of these wonderful voices. We have a voicing harmony here, don't you know? Shoutouts to whoever I may be referring to.
I can't even keep one of my students from running wild. Time to say goodbye to your incompetent headmaster.
What about Monokuma Gone Wild? Don't look that up. Uh-oh. I'm gonna use
Monokuma Evolution to become a big magnum headmaster and mold you into a decent student.
something about something abs appear.
As soon as he said that, Monokuma extended his claws and waddled towards Mukuro.
Oh man, I know this maneuver too.
My one weakness, no!
So
if I'm gonna mold you, then I gotta kill you first!
Welcome, Zero Killer's Berserk. I don't think you're too late. I think we still have a decent amount of the game left, right? Where does he finish speaking? Monokuma suddenly charged at Mukuro like a spiked volleyball. Or a shot put ball, right, fuckers? But Mukuro was faster and dodged Monokuma's attack. This is some fucking Legend of Zelda tennis shit. She jumped back, keeping her distance from Monokuma, just in case his claws could extend even longer. Just then, a shadowy figure appeared next to her. Exclamation point? Mr. Game & Watch, what? Mukuro twisted her body to its limits and just narrowly evaded the figure's attack. When she landed on the floor, she immediately saw... Why are there two... This translation, though. Why are there two fucking quotation marks next to each other?
So what does the immortal killer want anyway? Are you gonna tell the others the truth and escape with them? Even though you know what the outside world is like right now?
Two Monokumas were speaking to Mukuro in unison. Oh, he's doing his double technique. That's right. Oh, that's why. Duh. Okay. It's not just an error. Not like Kuwada. I'm sure Kuwada was intentional too, right?
Honestly, I don't mind if you do that. I can just imagine the look on everyone's face when they discover the truth. It fills me with such heart-throbbing excitement. Then again, that's just my cholesterol. Lay off the Krispy Kremes.
The two Monokumas continue to speak in stereo sound. That's right.
Monokuma killed the radio star. You said you'd destroy my plans, but there's no happy ending waiting for you, no matter which route you take. Even the Toko route doesn't have a happy ending.
Even if she would want to.
And you only have yourself to blame for that. Don't tell me you thought they'd be grateful to you,
Grateful Dead.
Even if you guys escape here, do you think they'll still forgive you for when they get a whiff of that nasty air outside, or is that just Toku Fukawa? Some of them might prefer to stay in the school, and some of them might resent you for being kind and showing them the truth. But then again, this is all your fault anyway, so it doesn't really matter what they think of you. Monokuma made a little mistake. Despite facing down 2 Monokumas, Mukuro's expression didn't waver. She understood that controlling 2 Monokumas was simultaneously was a piece of cake for Junko. Mukuro drew an arm-length metal bar from seemingly nowhere and readied herself. It was the remains of the IV stand from the nurse's office, sharpened into a pointed fucking weapon. She is good at that. With her weapon in hand, Mukuro responded in a cold, mechanical tone. That's right. That's fine. I'm already used to that. None of the fear she felt when Monokuma suggested that Makoto would blame her appeared on her face. By the way, if anyone could, do tell me how much we have left to the game, because I do want to be done probably by like 9 o'clock or so. I feel like we're near the end, because I mean, she's fighting back pretty hard. Her path was clear to her now, and she calmly issued her demand to Monokuma. Junko, open the gates. The shock of such a straightforward demand left both Monokumas momentarily speechless, but soon they replied. Huh? Why? So we can call leave together. Another straightforward answer. Both Monokumas faced each other and began playing patty cake for no reason, and began gesturing as if they were whispering to one another. Mukuro knew their movements were intended to mock her. Unmoved, she continued to speak to Junko directly. Look at them, masturbating in sync! Oh my god, such talent. Much wow. I think they'll understand if I show them the outside world, and they'll stop doubting Makoto. You always find new... Yeah, see, with this, I can at least tell who's talking right now. You always find new ways to disappoint me, Mukuro. Did you forget why the school has an air filtration system? It's true that the air outside is polluted, but I don't think it'll kill us immediately. Besides, we all need to stop smoking anyway. What the? It's better than being trapped in the school and forced to kill each other. How can you be sure? The others will go along with you. You know what I mean, right? Before the former headmaster got turned into space dust. What the? He interviewed the other students and they all agreed that they wanted to stay in the school. That was before their memories had even been erased. Do you really want to betray their wishes? Mukuro blinked and slowly stepped forward. I don't really care about their feelings. Huh? You're all I need, Junko. In fact, I feel a song coming on. You're all that Okay, just fucking Monokuma booty pops her out. The booty pop is too strong. So don't worry, I'm always watching out for you. I'm going to make sure you feel despair, and I'm going to make Makoto and the others happy. If you want to revel in your own despair that badly, then I'll trust the hope Makoto gave me and take my chances with them instead of you.
I don't know how to feel about her. I don't feel so good. Yeah, Space Dust. Mukuro's brief but powerful words caused the Monokumas to turn and talk to each other again. Oh, so now they're actually just speaking to each other. What the? Oh my! This doesn't look good at all, Monokuma A! This child doesn't realize her own hypocrisy! Fuck. I want a way to differentiate the two Monokumas. Fuck it. She's so it's Monokuma dumb and Monokuma sexy, I don't know. She's so disappointing that she's starting to reach critical mass! Right, Monokuma B? The two Monokumas looked at Mukuro, who seemed ready to destroy them, and said, What do you think, Monokuma C? Question mark? Mukuro was taken aback by their question, but her instinct suddenly kicked in and she immediately dodged away. At that moment, a third Monokuma, with the biggest belly button of the three, claws extended, passed by where her head had been previously. This one's fucking feral. What's the matter, scared? This new Monokuma unit landed with several spins and faced Mukuro, who had clung to the remains of a surveillance camera still attained to the ceiling. Oh man, it's the most intimidating one. What is it? Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you both, A and B. The three Monokumas lined themselves up. To the students locked inside the academy, this sight would have been akin to a nightmare. Monokuma C is the estranged child no one likes.
Right on! Poo-hoo-hoo!
The three units began speaking in perfect harmony as their 6 eyes looked up at Mukuro. Suddenly, they each jumped away in 3 separate directions and kicked off one of the walls. The path of each unit's triangular attack all converged on a single point, Mukuro, who was still clinging to the ceiling. She was surrounded by razor-sharp flaws This fucking translation, guys, I mean, I don't fucking... What the fuck, man? She was surrounded by razor-sharp flaws coming at her from different directions. Okay, then. But the situation wasn't even a nightmare to Mukuro, compared to the time she fended off 3 assassinos who had invaded her camp one night back when she was still a member of Fenrir. This was nothing. Oh man, just make up anything. That'll make this. You can make up any story. That like Mukuro probably did it. That she's so badass, totally. This thought crossed Mukuro's mind as she dangled from the ceiling with one hand and thrashed her limbs around like a tornado. Intercepted by this move, the Monokumas fell to the floor with a loud crash. Mukuro landed on the ground and chased after one of them, brandishing her metal bar. Suddenly, she stopped moving and took a huge leap back. One of the Monokumas exploded with a deafening roar. He had detonated the bomb inside of himself and attempted to take Mukuro down with him. No, not that Monokuma. He was my favorite one. But thanks to her honed and toned battlefield instincts and also bomb, Mukuro managed to avoid the explosion. Thankfully, she toned her body so well. Oh man, just check it out. You know what what the fuck? She looked toward the hallway, expecting the explosion to have attracted the attention of Sakura and the others. Oh man, we got Leon Kuwada and all them flaws, yo. Oh fucking yeah. Anyway. She looked toward the hallway, expecting the explosion to have attracted the attention of Sakura and the others. Yeah. But you didn't hear any footsteps approaching. They're all ninjas, damn it. Monokuma's voice rang within the dense smoke. Oh, you don't have to worry. I already told the other students to assemble in the cafeteria. They were eager to follow my orders after I told them I disarmed the poison gas and that a special police unit was coming to get them. It's a lie. I'm pretty sure Kyoko and the others are all in the cafeteria by now. I should write that down. Ooh, lying and stuff. I'm sure Makoto is with them too! Exclamation point. So wait, which Monokuma was that? I doubt Sakura will get too rough with him, but I'm sure Byakuya will torture Makoto once he wakes up. I can just imagine him rubbing salt or pouring soy sauce into his open wounds. And then healing it with money, obviously. Man, I'm getting hot and bothered right now. I can just picture Byakuya taking a money bath. Oh god, he's hot. As she listened to Monokuma's overlapping voices, Mukuro tilted her head slightly and asked, I'm pretty sure they're going to find out that you lied about the special police unit. Are you really okay with that? No worries. Oh, no worries and stuff. Once I've dealt with you, I don't care at all if they find out I was lying. Poo-hoo-hoo. Goddamn, these quotation marks are multiplying. Question mark. You still don't get it? You're such a disappointment! I'll replace you with one of these fucking quotation marks, damn it. It suddenly dawned on Mukuro. Not the reason why Monokuma didn't care if the students found out he lied, but rather that the voices of the Monokumas in the smoke were gradually increasing in number. Holy shit, they are multiplying! As the smoke started to clear, the shadows of 3 Monokumas appeared. Count them, damn it. The one that exploded couldn't have revived, so a new one must have come to take its place. It's all of the, Danganronpa, Monokuma fucking... You know how, like, Sonic has all those really bad OCs? Think Monokuma with all these OCs. You got one with, like... Oh, man, it's just flip-flop colors. One with like googly, googly fucking eyes. One where, gotta get creative, damn it. But there's Monokuma with pants on. But there's no way Mukuro only heard 3 Monokumas talking just now. As if to prove her hearing had been accurate, the Monokumas suddenly made their move. It's a fucking zombie apocalypse now, y'all. Just the Monokumas. Oh, this Ultra Despair Girl. Shit. The 3 Monokumas bent over and began twirling their upper bodies. From behind them, new Monokumas emerged like after images brought to fucking life. The second row of Monokumas mimicked the earlier ones with only 1 frame of delay, revealing even more Monokumas fucking behind them. Eventually, Mukuro realized that there were 3 rows containing 10 Monokumas each. Poo-hoo-hoo! Did you know that this is called a circle dance? Oh man, they all just start doing random different dances. If anyone's ever seen this old World of Warcraft video, Culling of Arthas, think of that except with Monokuma doing the dances. Just, oh man, look at them do their fucking dances. You got one Monokuma doing the fucking truffle shelf. You got one doing the fucking crotch chop. Just, oh man, get all the fucking dances in there. Fucking dance off. Dance off, bro. Let's do it. Okay, it's on. And it was the greatest battle anyone ever seen. Monokuma's 30 voices spoke in perfect harmony. Oh man, all these Dangan voices. As they divulged information that had nothing to do with this current situation. Mukuro already knew that multiple Monokumas were positioned throughout the academy. But only Junko knew how many Monokumas actually existed. Mukuro had no way of knowing if these 30 Monokumas were part of the larger contingent. The flock of two-tone teddy bears continued to twirl around. Mukuro felt like she was being bombarded with hypnotic images. Stare into the Monokuma, look into my eyes. But faced with this abnormal sight, you only see it's a Nicolas Cage Monokuma. The ultimate soldier remained calm and maintained her focus. Ready, men? Aim, fire! Synchronize, piss, and go! Okay. She was nothing like the girl who had panicked earlier in the gym when Makoto was impaled. As she stood before 30 emissaries of despair, she slowed her breathing and allowed her heart rate to accelerate. It was instinct, not fear or panic, that sent her blood racing throughout her body, speeding up the reaction time of her cells. Going into such fucking detail with all this. As her senses sharpened, the Monokumas began speaking to her again. Don't worry, I'll make sure Makoto doesn't die, or is that a lie? As long as everybody lives, I can reset their memories as many times as I want. Poo-hoo-hoo, that's right. All your effort, hope, dreams, and determination are going right in the garbage heap. The Monokumas took turns speaking in groups of 10. As if the mastermind controlling the Monokumas wanted to show off her ability to manipulate them. However, the ultimate soldier knew what the true purpose behind all of this was. She strained her ears to their limit and noticed a certain sound hidden among the Monokumas' voices. Mukuro's face remained perfectly still as she kicked off the floor. The moment she moved to her side, a roaring sound shook the entrance hall. The ceiling mount... Oh fuck, these are coming in? The ceiling-mounted turrets in front of the gate started raining bullets down on fucking Mukuro. Damn. Deflect that shit, damn it. The Monokumas were just the mastermind's decoy while she tried to blow her away. As if further trapping her, the Monokumas charged at Mukuro through the storm of bullets. The bullets are actually just little mini spears. Mukuro guessed that the mastermind programmed their movements in advance so they wouldn't get hit by a single bullet. She ran for the gates, evading waves of bullets and claws. Now it's claws every step of the fucking way. Programming 30 Monokumas in 2 turns while predicting Mukuro's escape route. This would be considered impossible for anyone, but Mukuro knew it was possible for Junko, Ultimate Mary Sue. As Ultimate Despair, she possessed despair-inducing abilities that surpassed the capabilities of any normal human. Her display of power was only for fulfilling Mukuro with despair. Despair. The scene playing out in front of Mukuro was brimming with despair. The adorably deadly Monokumas laughed and danced like reapers as bullets whizzed through the air. Whiz whiz, it's time to waz. It was despair to the point of absurdity, and it was all for Mukuro. But in the presence of such despair, Mukuro felt a strange serenity. For me? Junko's doing all of this. For me? Junko, are you watching me right now? In the end, perhaps Mukuro really was a disappointment. She clenched her fists. Junko, thank you. The sound of gunfire overshadowed her whisper, and Mukuro fell completely silent. As a member of Ultimate Despair, Mukuro's heart was filled with joy, though she was filled with emotion. Her eyes had lost their sparkle. Silence filled the air. Even the gunfire from the turrets seemed to stop for a moment. But that was only an illusion to the one controlling Monokuma. Something strong enough to silence the gunfire and avoid being picked up by the sensors spread through the school, with Mukuro at the center. I'll make sure I do this right. With that final thought, she closed her mouth and turned off her emotions. As she rang... Mukuro's in, like... Mukuro's, like, I don't like using the word interesting constantly, but, like, she has this, like, I mean... Kyoko is kind of the same way. I mean, like, there's a lot of, well... If you look at it, like, on, like, a base level, then, like, yeah, like, Kyoko and Mukuro have some, like, repeating elements to them. Both are stoic on the onset, but, like, you know, internally, like, that's, you know, like, they hold off their emotions, just, like, for the two of them. The emotional side of Mukuro is, like, you know, more upplayed, whereas Kyoko, like, I mean, she really just isn't that like, she does hide her emotions, but she's not really feeling any, like, codependency or, like, just, like, you know, I guess you could say, like, you know, atypical kind of, like, you know, teenager feelings or whatever. So, like, you know, they definitely have, like, you know, differences to them. It's just, I don't know, just, again, it's tragic, because, like, yeah, like, Mukuro's method of dealing things is, again, like, believing in the sister that fucking takes advantage of her constantly, and also, like, closing off her emotions, which, I mean, you know, that, man, she just deserves love, basically, huh? Oh, man. As she ran through the waves of scorching bullets, the air around her began to grow colder. As this coolness spread into her heart, it began to beat in a mechanical fashion. Several seconds later, Mukuro's body and mind melted together and became one with her surroundings. So I guess that's, you know, the part of her being Ultimate Soldier, right? Her temperature now dominated the battlefield. Yo, more Danganronpa 2 soundtrack, my other favorite song from this fucking game. Despair, bullets, and Monokumas filled the area. Mukuro predicted their movements and jumped into the air without any hesitation. One of the Monokumas jumped at her, but she avoided his attack, kicked his body, and launched herself in midair. Bullets pierced through the space Mukuro was previously occupying, striking the falling Monokuma right through its internal bomb. The impact of the bullet caused it. The impact of the bullet caused it explode. Ah! The impact of the bullet caused it explode. God damn it. Sending fiery Monokuma parts everywhere. As she rode the blast wave, Mukuro balanced herself in midair as she kicked away 3 Monokumas that left after her. She moved so gracefully, she was practically flying. In contrast, the Monokumas threw themselves into the path of oncoming bullets, exploding one after the other. Some of them exploded near the main entrance, but their blasts didn't even leave a scratch. With full control over the entrance hall, Mukuro evaded bullets and confirmed that the bombs inside Monokuma weren't enough to destroy the door. But she refused to stop. Hagakure walks in. Oh man, just like, hey man, what's going on? Oh shit! And then the fucking bullets just like bounce off his body. Hagakure will never die, man! Mukuro needed to get information on what she must do to escape the academy. Yamada's fucking fat fool, just they suck in, just fucking brrr. They in one, out the other. She had no desire to kill Junko. Mukuro wanted to fill Junko with despair by instilling hope into the future of Makoto and the other students. That was Mukuro's ultimate goal. Get information. In contrast to her determination, her mouth stayed shut. But this did not mean Mukuro was not currently speaking to Junko. Let your, actions over words, yo. This situation, this battle of death and destruction was a conversation of sorts for Mukuro. All she knew how to do was fight. She thought she wasn't interested in anything else. She thought she didn't need anything else. So she's like a actions speak louder than words kind of character too, I guess. All Mukuro needed to be was a sword to fulfill her sister's desire for despair. Fucking tools. That purpose alone was the crux of her existence, and she lived her entire life convincing herself she couldn't do anything else. Damn tools. That's why power was like a language to Mukuro. A battle to the death revealed more about her heart than mere words ever could. Her words were in the wind of savagery, that blows across the battlefield, uprooting others who also speak the language of violence. Love will bloom on the battlefield. This was true even against his sister. When Junko would berate her sister, when they would have sexy pillow fights, Mukuro couldn't talk back. All she could do was cower and apologize profusely. Knock her the fuck out with a pillow! Nobody beats the champion! But it's different now. For the first time, Junko was using a language her sister actually recognized. The child of despair who wrote fucking... What do you mean nobody beats the champion? Who tore the world apart was speaking to her sister with a language of power. Mukuro's heart filled with joy. For that reason, she strengthened her focus on conversation with Junko, and that emotion began to gradually disappear. How long is this chapter? Damn, just the most epic battle. So epic we can't fucking show it, damn it, though. Just explain it in just, oh man, superfluous detail. On this frigid battlefield, Mukuro continued her heated conversation. Endless rounds of despair fired from the school's turrets. But Mukuro's words intercepted every last violent shot that threatened to shatter her body and mind in half. She quickly realized that the Monokumas hadn't decreased in number at all, no matter how many she kept destroying. So, yeah, like, she's super fucking badass. She just, like, she got caught off guard, and that's why she got killed by, like, the spears, right? Not only that, she noticed that more Monokumas had been joining the fray until there were nearly 50 of them for Mukuro. They fucking multiply asexually, goddammit. There's just 2 Monokumas in the background just fucking, giving to each other, and they just fucking, oh my god, they just keep popping out of the belly buttons. Dark, anyway. But Mukuro's resolve wouldn't break so easily. As she continued to wield her power, her heart began to fill with something that was neither hope nor despair. It was like kind of hot gas, really. She learned despair from being abandoned by Junko, and she learned hope from her acts of violence. I will be the cum dumpster you always said I was. For Mukuro, who had no interest in this world, the small space in front of the gate was a reflection of her life, a representation of her perfect world. So, yeah, Mukuro kind of suffers from, I mean, I know a lot of soldiers also kind of, like, suffer from this too. Not like PTSD, but, like, like, some soldiers, like, they find themselves in the military, like, you know, like, they find, like, a self of them that they wish to be, or, like, you know, just, like, they find purpose in the military. So, like, once they're done, or, like, you know, once they become, like, veterans, or just, like, you know, can't really act in there anymore, or just, like, will have to leave for whatever means. They just can't fit in, or, like, you know, reintegrate themselves into, like, normal society. So, like, while Danganronpa's world is kind of fucked up, like, if she never became despair and just was always like this, I mean, well, if she never became despair, she wouldn't really be, like, with Junko and everything, but just Mukuro as she is, just could never probably still just, like, really integrate into, like, normal society, huh? Unless, like, you know, just, she gets, like, super accommodated, because this girl's all about the violence, yo. This disappointing girl, filled with endless disappointment, who knew of no other way to live, continued her lonely dance. She surrendered herself to the rhythm of despair, which accompanies the music of hope. Oh man, just this fight scene happens while you play super unfitting music. End scene. Fucking finally, damn it. And oh man, now we're gonna get Junko, eh?